what should be done, if anything, about the lack of proportionality of responsiveness to the middle and lower class by Congress, whereas the working class makes up a large majority of the country but makes up less than 2% of Congress? Misrepresentation leads to the lack of responsiveness towards the majority group, regardless of where polarized politics stand. And I believe that your answer would have been, well, just vote or run. But I think there are issues that surround this in terms of favoring lobbyists and issues such as
So I'm not of the opinion that the class from which you spring determines the quality of your actual candidacy. First of all, the idea that everybody in Congress is rich is not true. There are plenty of people who are in Congress who don't earn a ton of money, and they vary across the spectrum, right? Bernie Sanders is not rich. Dave Bratt is not rich. They are completely polar opposites on politics. Dave Bratt was making like $100 grand a year as a professor in Virginia, and Bernie Sanders was making whatever you make as a legislator from a commune for the last 3 decades. So the idea that everybody has to be judged based on their level of income, I find problematic. I also think that the founders were not particularly fond of this idea. I mean, all the founders were quite wealthy, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It means that you actually have the time to dedicate to the job that you are doing, was the idea, at least in the founding era, and that you could be sort of the statesman and not worry too much about your business. Again, I think that I would judge people much more by their viewpoint than I would by their respective wealth. And the idea that the people who are middle class and lower class in America are getting screwed is just not true. The fact is that the people in the lowest classes of America are making, just in terms of public benefits, make a significant amount of money more than people at the upper tier. People in the upper tier are keeping a lot of their own money, but they're also paying, as I said in the speech, 96% of all redistributive programs in the United States, plus the entire budget of the federal government, because we don't receive anything back, right? I'm now in the upper income earners of the United States. I'm paying a crap load in taxes. I'm getting nothing back from the government.